Fellow graduates, I'm sure that many of your goodbyes have been accompanied by the familiar phrase, remember who you are. When I first left for college, my Ghanaian father offered an important clarification. To him, remembering who I am meant never, ever wearing pajamas to class. I'm embarrassed to say that 4 years later, I failed at completing that simple task. In my defense, no one could have anticipated graduating in these circumstances. Over a year of partially virtual classes, canceled events, and only knowing what the top half of some of my classmates' faces look like. This last year has been filled with many closed doors and missed opportunities. I wish that I could say that these will go away when the pandemic ends, but unfortunately, they're a part of life. Months before COVID-19 was even a thought in my mind, I had one such experience. After being tentatively accepted for an internship abroad, I registered for the required prep class and spent my days daydreaming about wandering lonely as a cloud through the English countryside. These daydreams came to an abrupt halt when I found out the organization changed their minds about accepting interns for my planned semester. I quickly had to scramble to register for classes and find housing here in Provo. Most disappointingly, losing the internship made me confused about my identity. All of my role models had completed it before me. How could I remember who I was without that crucial experience as an English major? Trying to remember who I am led me back to my divine identity. Believing in the idea of divine design, I spent hours pondering what this closed door might lead me to. A favorite childhood quote came to mind repeatedly. When the Lord closes a door, somewhere he opens a window. I committed to seeking out my windows, the opportunities I could not have engaged in if I'd spent the semester in England, and in my search, I stumbled upon the pre-law review and international cinema. These were both outside of my domain as an English major, but I treasured the opportunities to develop my editing skills and learn about various cultures. I enjoyed the pre-law review so much that I registered for more pre-law classes, took the LSAT, and am now headed to BYU Law School in the fall. The eye-opening lessons I learned about film and analyzing stories in international cinema solidified my determination to be a lifelong learner of the arts and humanities. These windows ended up becoming doors that helped me better understand who I am. For the last few years, remembering who we are has frequently been tied to our major, year in school, or a club that we're a part of. As we enter this new phase of life, we may shed these labels in favor of other ones, both by choice and because situations outside of our control call for it. We may find doors we were excited to pass through closed when it's our turn to walk through them. I hope that in all of those moments, you'll remember that we are more than just an English degree or a dutiful daughter that does not wear pajamas to class. As humanities students, we've been trained to understand languages, peoples, cultures, works of art, and so much more. We've practiced looking beyond surface-level readings and obvious answers. My peers have read Shakespeare in Hungarian, translated Old English poems, analyzed Alexander Hamilton's political rhetoric, and done many other amazing and interesting things over the course of the last few years. These unique skills give us the ability to find and crawl through the windows of life when doors are closed in our faces. May we always have the courage and insight to do so.